Cross-examine. We're back. I am wearing my tank top again because I was too lazy to put on a real shirt for once. And my arms hurt. We went and worked out because we're real men.
Baby man.
Yeah, working out. We realized if we were on the show, how heavy are those dumbbells? You have to be like, man, they're not very fucking heavy.
No.
Hey, we're talking about the C-list though, Justus.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about a couple of cuckoos. Devil is a Part-Timer season 2. The Arsnostoria or Arsnostoria.
Oh, Arsnostoria does drugs and bad boys do bad things.
And then the last one is
the degenerate one. My
stepmom's daughter is my ex.
Yo, Nagi's got a brother.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Maybe they're actually brother and sister. I don't know. Maybe he had an affair with. You know what? That could be a thing.
No, I just think it's one of those scenarios where it was established quite early on that they mixed up their kids, and for the sake of upbringing wise, yeah, he saw his kid occasionally, and vice versa, but like that prearranged marriage was like decided when they were really young, and that's why there's a photo of.
Yo, we got it mixed up.
Because like the big thing is like, oh, the brother's supposed to be like 5 years older, but even in that photo, Erica and him and the brother look to be the same age. Like,
yeah. So my guess is they're just playing that card or whatnot, so they don't know that they've actually met. Because they thought that they actually met. She's like, well, I got a brother. Dad keeps denying it. Dad's like, yo, you don't have a brother, but keep thinking it that way, sonny.
Yeah, literally, it's like, what's up, my only son? Where it's like, unless it's one of those weird things where the other brother was disowned, but it's weird.
To disown upon the family.
Yeah, it's super weird.
I don't know how they're gonna play that off or something like that. I mean, to be fair though, it looks like there are some more Playboy A was from the original. I swear to God, if you turn off the computer, sorry, he's walking down on it. Also, Shion. Yo, I confessed to her. But did you really? Well, I told her thank you for having me. But that was basically the same thing. How, Nagi, you wouldn't know. Well, actually, I have confessed to her on there. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Nagi's one of the popular kids now. Well, ish.
With these last couple of episodes, they've went real wild with both terminology and got a good chuckle out of me subtitle wise.
Okay, listen. First thing we'll talk about. I know that what you're gonna say. Dude literally says lit. Not late. Sorry. Lit and poggers. And I was sitting here and I stopped. Message Justice on Discord. I'm like, did he just really say that? And you're like,
yup.
Yep. Dude totally said
poggers.
Have you ever heard someone non-ironically say poggers IRL?
No, not IRL, but yeah.
Like, you said poggers. It's just like, why? There's no reason this is. And then you caught a thing that I eventually just kind of skipped over.
Oh, really? God.
Well, I mean, I saw, but I didn't like get a chuckle out of it because you told me. It's like, dude, what are you eating? And I guess he's having fun. But
yeah, there was a scene where the confession thing where he was like, "Oh, I confessed to her," and his first thing in English, he goes, "What?" Subtitles, Nani. I was like, all right,
Control did good on that one.
Yeah, you got me. That was a good chuckle. I like the switch up on that.
So what do you think he's going to end up with now that more of this has happened? Because he obviously wants Hero real bad on there. Mm-hmm. He wants that.
Apparently, Hero wants him too. Because she's like setting up sabotage.
Yeah. Like, God. I never know. Maybe he'll end up with, I don't know.
Sachi?
With Nami?
Mm-hmm. Nami?
Yeah, Nami.
The mom? No.
Hey, man, anything's on the table at this point. I'm just saying.
No, I think that one's far. By the way, the dad in this show.
Wait, which dad?
His biological dad.
Oh, yeah. You want to try pronouncing his name?
No.
Soichi Hiro? Hirio?
Soichiro?
So Ichiro?
Yeah. The
Mono.
monitor's slightly tilted. But
yeah.
Yeah, he's so fucking shady, man. He's so shady. Every time he's on the screen, it's like, what are you up to? Why are you an asshole? Fucking
Also,
rich
I gotta
people.
say something really random. Not with the show. Ed was playing with the toy below the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knocked it away. Winry just straight up stole the toy. That is the toy that he just had on there.
Yeah.
Winry, you're a bitch. I know the dad. I mean, the thing is like his biological dad.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe that there is a brother, but the way he acts, I'm like, maybe there's not. Maybe he's telling the truth. We don't know enough about him because his Ray's dad, Umino. Literally, there's nothing he would really hide. I feel like he wouldn't hide anything on there, and they probably know that there's only like these kids on there.
Yeah.
There's no birth registry, is there?
I mean, there should be, but
That
I don't know.
See? Well,
I
guess
don't know if it's
old.
readily accessible.
Sorry,
But yeah, especially on the final kind of scene, because they really like to leave it on a cliffhanger, and that's where you realize that the rich dad. There you go, rich dad, poor dad. Ta-da.
Wow.
For those who get it, you
What
get
is his
it.
economical status coming to play here, huh?
But rich dad over there literally is like, "Oh, you figured it out early, didn't you?" And he's like, "Figured what out?" And it's like, you don't have to marry like Erica.
Oh, that's right. You said you can marry Sachi.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Just marry your sister you grew up with this entire time. Which put Sachi back on the table, I'm telling you. Like he said, Sachi's the perfect pick for all this on there,
Yeah,
He could marry all three.
it's such a like creep move though.
It's not his real sister.
Well, no,
It's not like they're blood
no,
related or anything.
specifically just the dad in general, like the way he's going about everything.
Listen,
It's
rich
like,
people think about things differently, Justice. You want to understand.
yeah, it's because I'm not rich. Also, this man, I don't know, could have had more kids and not done this weird ass situation.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Fuck it. All the women are on the table at this point.
yeah.
His biological mother could be on the table at this point.
specifically the way the dad was like, you could solve all of
It
this. You
solves
could,
everything.
yeah, and it was like really one of those like, yeah, you could marry your sister, where it's like, all right, calm down. Yeah,
You did that real well.
Wow.
Are you sure you're not secretly a rich guy trying to get someone to marry their sister?
No, if only I was secretly a rich guy, that'd be so. My life would be so much better. I'd be actually happy.
You want to cry yourself to sleep every night?
Yeah. Speaking of people who cry themselves to sleep,
He doesn't
hey,
cry
Matt.
himself to sleep. Hey, wow. I feel targeted. That's fucked up and you know it.
Mm.
Yesterday was hard for me. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Pussy.
Okay, so speaking of people that want people to fuck their daughter. Okay, so the Devil's Part-Timer, season 2. Okay, you see Shiho down at the bottom? First of all, she's kind of a hoe. Second of all, there was a point where like she definitely wanted to bang the devil, which is Mao.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put this in perspective, just think in your head, right? Sorry, I'm yawning so much. You're staying in a cottage, right? You're staying on a farm cottage because you're giving them some helping hands. There's a point where they need extra money, so they're helping out on the farm and whatnot.
Yeah.
You show up, like this person that you know has been flirting with you, shows up in like a nightgown-esque thing that she says she hasn't shown anybody else. You go for a walk where there's, quote, no one around. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Realistic, what would happen?
Realistically, absolutely nothing, because I wouldn't get those signals and be like, that was a great walk. I'm glad I
That's
spent time
exactly
with
what
them.
fucking happened. She's walking, she's like, you're so great, Mr. Meow. Blah, 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 blah. He's like, I like you too, kid. And it's like, listen, man, she wants a fucking bone. Even her mother's like, if anything happens, just be safe and don't bring dishonor to the family. What she said last episode. I was like, listen here, Mom. You don't want her to get pregnant, but you want her to fucking get some with the devil. Settle the fuck down,
Does the
bitch.
mom know it's the devil?
I think the mom just thinks they're playing it up or something like that. I mean, in perspective, she's like 14 and he's like the age of like, suppose like a 20-something-year-old. Listen, if that's your mother, she should be more protective of you. Like, yo, this is like 26-year-old that wants to fucking smash you. Because there's even a point where like someone says, yeah, like Chiho, she's real busty for her age. And it's like, well, hold the phone there, grandma. They have a whole like family dinner and shit. Everyone's there. Like her uncle's over there, like ripped buff dude. Like, oh, what do you think about Shio?
Damn, we should have done a different order.
What?
We're going to wait for the last one. You're talking about the busty. It would have been a good segue.
What?
Stepmoms.
Stepmom busty.
G-cup. We'll get there.
That's right. I forgot about yo, she's a G cup on. Listen, what? Side tangent. Those things are massive. Back to our show. Speaking of, massive on there. There is a point where Emmy and then Sato, they both show up to a hot spring near the bar. And she brought Alice, which is like she's technically like a rock fragment turned into like a child. There's magic involved. It makes sense if you watch the show, Justus.
That sounds like shit.
It does sound like shit. It's a very terrible plot point in this show. It's really just like, it feels like it was just mushed together. So she's running. She sees Sato and like, she's been calling Sato dad and Emmy mom, like mom and dad, even though they're not together. It's just like the whole trope thing in the show. She shows up after they just got talking about like, they kind of all hinted at Sato and like Chio should like get together and probably bang and make some fucking farmer babies. There's a whole thing about that. And the whole family was like, what do you mean, mother and father? And then they come up with this bullshit story of like, oh, she's like, my sister's daughter, we take care of her, but dad's not home enough, so she sees him all the time and just thinks he's dad. And then there's this moment of like, no, I have a brother that's like that, and this kid forgot what his dad looks like. I'm like, why is this getting super depressing on them? Like, dads abandoning their kids? Not abandoning, but just not being around.
That sounds like abandoning.
So you learn a lot about this other family's family, and you're like, it's kind of dark for like a show that had nothing to do with it to begin with. That's not even the best part of this whole show so far, Justice. There's the scene when they're at the beach, and they're like serving people. This is before all this farming bullshit. A bear shows up in another episode. Nothing really happens. It kind of cuts off. But the episode before, they're on the beach. They have the shop where like they need to sell so much food. And they're like working real hard, getting all the food out, right? But what do you do when you're down people and like orders are behind? What do?
You summon the demon to fucking whip some shape into everybody.
That's what we thought. And then the girls show up in their fucking bikinis. And I'm like, I don't like fan service is good in the show. But why is there a shot like, again, Shio, right here, tits, camera angles up this way through her? I'm like, do we really need to do that on there? And then, of course, all the guys are like,
camera shots are real weird.
Speaking of G-cups. But no, then they have like this whole episode where like other people from the demon realm show up and you're like, oh, I forgot. You just kind of forget that they show up. And you find out the shop owner is like some like mythical like sage or whatever that protects the island and like guides the souls from the water. And like the thing is the devil fought with troops from his old world. And I was like, you need to go back and tell him the devil's alive, blah, blah, blah. They get done. The owner's like, you can't work here anymore because the souls are starting to become like monster humans again. And he's like, oh, she pays him and just disappears. The whole shop and her disappears. Like nothing ever fucking happened there. And that's it. That's all they do. They just fucking walk away from it after. Like, okay, that was highly inconvenient. Farming episode next. I'm like, where was the real transition in this shit on there?
The transition was the
devil's a part-timer season 2
along the way.
The devil is a part-timer season 2 does not deserve a 7. It deserves a 6 at best. There, I said it. Changed my mind.
You don't have to. Made in Abyss is the best show of the season, though.
I don't know. My stepmom daughter is my ex. I mean, Arsnostoria is definitely not up there. Speaking of Arsnostoria, dude, this sucked. These episodes were fucking hard to watch. The bad boys doing bad things. The only thing interesting was, we're in this garden. I can't believe you'd be like laundering money. It's for a good reason. Then two assassins pop out. They kill the 2 assassins. And I literally was talking about, how do they not have guns in this world? Have no guns in the world. Justice is sitting there like, I don't know. It's a different time. Immediately guns pop out. I'm like, fucking told you, someone's got to have guns in this world.
Yeah, well, I already knew there were guns. So I was just trying to like play it down, or it's like, Yeah,
There should have been guns, but they're also like, I think we kind of confirmed it's definitely like our world with a little magical realm next to it, because they're like, it's London. They said they grab a London newspaper and like,
and at one point,
it's got to be what, Victorian or like 1900s, I think.
Yeah, the blonde-haired one,
like 1800s.
Pikatrix, or however you want to pronounce it.
That sounds like a shitty Pokemon. Pikachu.
She does her hair up in a Victorian style, and it said,
"It's all the rage."
Yeah, and it turned out where it's like long ago. So I think it's around 1920s, 10s.
No, that uniform is way too weird for that.
No.
Plus muskets, late 1800s.
No, because late 1800s was Victorian era.
No, but they had like
the Victorian era
old.
Ended in 1901.
I mean, they already had bolt action rifles in like 1920. World War I would have been done. So
that's why I said like 1910-ish.
I think late 1800s. Well, I mean, it was right around the corner.
Also, there's the one bad dude that is totally has a fucking bayonet like style. Like it looks like
What are you doing?
Kind of like Garen, but it was like.
Did he just bite you?
No.
I don't listen. That episode was only good when the bad boys doing bad things showed up, because like the animation quality just shot up drastically, and it's like
you get this weird shot where it's an open room and you just have this moment where it's like, wait, what am I watching again? Because the art style is so like changes
drastically.
Yeah, and you're like, wait, you guys can do this though?
Like why not do this the entire time on there?
Yeah.
Because all you get in the later episodes is fucking the big Paula thing trapped in the snow.
Paulina,
help, I found it, I can't get up. Okay, everyone heave ho.
It was a snow day that, like, in that episode. Jesus Christ, imagine waking up in a, like, blizzard hitting. That section where the tower is, it's like 25 feet up. Like, they're just
don't worry, the little Pikmin thing shoveled the snow super fast. They're shoveling, like, 5 feet high snow faster than they can walk on there. And I was like, okay, settle down. You settle down too, mister. Finish him. I don't know. This show has just been... It is
the weakest show we have. And I hope...
You know what I'd rather watch in the show?
You
want to guess?
I don't know. Hardcore porn?
No. Yeah, I mean, that's more than any show on there. I mean, no, I'd rather watch... Platinum Ends again than this show. Platinum Ends had way more going on than this fucking show had going on. This show is so bad. Now, the only way they can't redeem anything really, because we ended episode 9 and it's 12 episodes. Yeah. So if they're going to do anything, they have 3 episodes to like do something, because they are hunting the monster things that hunt the girls basically. So they're on their way to find these girls. And I don't know what the whole deal with like the butler inside like the Capitol thing, like what was he spending the money on? Like, is he spending money on the arts and craft thing, or?
I have no idea.
No one has any idea. The show's just that bad.
I think it's fine. I've definitely seen worse shows than this.
Yeah, but it's just, it has so much potential. Like, Justice, then just fucking shit on it and throw it away.
To give you an idea, yes, this show's not great, but you still haven't dropped it. And you've dropped, like, other shows. Like, let's say, Battle Game in 5 seconds.
What do you mean? I finished that show with you.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure you dropped it.
No, I finished Battle Game in 5 seconds with you. No, I dropped the Eden's Zero. What is it?
The
Square
Lost,
Enix one.
The Lost Child, like, Worlds in the Lost Child.
Yeah, something like that. The one where they go into like a dream. That's about the only one I dropped.
I think you've dropped like one more. I don't remember what it was though.
Yeah, I've only dropped 2 shows on there because they were just that dog shit. I'm pretty sure at the end of the season they had like a 4. Or maybe it was a 5, because like I think some of the lowest rated shows are only like a 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, if you just want to watch cute girls doing cute things, I guess it's the show. What is it? Shoujo? Not so shoujo. What is the category?
Sane? No, I mean,
there's like an actual category for just like cute girl anime things. To be fair, it's also based off a game, so it's I wasn't like we said, we weren't expecting much from the show on there.
What is that? It's K-On! Falls under that one.
It's not shoujo.
No, it's got its own like specific name for it. I don't remember what it is. I can look it up.
Hey, Justice, how would you go about asking a friend out?
Hey, will you go out with me?
Definitely not the way Aisana was trying to go about it on there. Because what? Okay, listen. Now we're. I mean, to be fair, that is one of the plot points in it. So we're switching shows again on air. Sorry, that was a pretty short thing. We're talking about my stepmom's daughter is my ex on there. Okay. I got beef with the show.
Well, you do. You have beef with a lot of things.
There's a point. Like you said, they said that Isana has G cups. Heaven forbid that someone that young has G cups on there. I feel like that's impossible. That's young on there. Because we went and looked up a picture.
She's like 16 or 15, some shit like that.
Yeah, but that's...
that stuff can track.
Listen, studios, you need to chill the fuck out over here. Also, like, it was such a weird comment. Like, what, in episode 3, the whole basis was, yo, I got big tits, my back hurts on here. I'm going to lay on your bed. Okay, now give me a back massage while my ex/stepsister watches me massage her back, and then later on she wants the same thing. And it's like, okay, bitch, settle the fuck down. Or she has her put on her socks, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, here, put on the socks. What's she looking at, Justice?
I'm trying to find the genre thing.
Oh, we'll figure it out eventually on there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know if you have any beefs with the show at all, Justice.
No. No beef. It's perfect.
The show is not perfect, Justice. Do you see the score? 6.98. That means there's something wrong with the show.
No, it's fine.
The characters are so fucking bland. Like, listen, Yumi, because we get the background story of Yumi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their whole relationship stuff is wild because they start dating and then it's like, oh, I made some friends finally, but all she wants to do is talk about the friends. He gets a little snappy, and suddenly he's like the bad guy because one chick was like, hey, what's that book you recommend for this schoolwork we have to do? Cool, thanks, bye. And it's like, you're cheating on me.
Well, he got snappy with her first to put her kind of in a bad mood because he thought she was looking down at him. He snaps at her. Mm-hmm. Then the next day, she snaps on him. So to be fair to both sides on there, they were both getting snippy with each other on there.
By the way, genre-wise, I think you're thinking of Moe.
Oh, yeah. Moe.
But yeah, there's a big difference between like, I don't want to hear about your friends, I want to talk about you and with you, versus like, hey, that book, because she clearly heard like half of the conversation of like, hey, thanks, schoolwork wise, like it's explicitly like schoolwork.
No, he was fucking her, man.
That project, and it's like, you're cheating on me. She was sitting in my seat. And it's like, fuck.
Listen, it's the exact same example as Vermel and Gold. They're obviously boning.
Well, I mean, Vermel and Gold is definitely have.
I'm just saying. I mean,
they tried to bone, but they were both too nervous about it.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yo, I'm finally at a boy's house. Maybe we'll fuck.
I mean, look, stuff like that does happen. That is kind of realistic. Where she even at the very end, where she's like, "Well, I had fun, but I thought we were gonna do more." In her head, and he's over there like, "I couldn't do anything. I can't handle this." And it's like, yeah, that tracks. That
Listen,
works.
there is a point where she's saying something about like, "Oh, I got all dolled up, dressed up, blah blah blah." He didn't compliment my dress. Me. He's a shitbag. And at the end, he's like, "Oh, kind of cute." She's like, "Oh, still kind of an asshole." I'm like, what do you want, woman? What do you fucking want on there? Like, you knew what you were getting into, or what was gonna be getting into you.
It's fine. At the very end of the day, she's still in love with him. He's still in love with her.
Are they in love or they just want to smash?
Well, probably both. But
I mean, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B on there. Bada bing, bada boo. One goes into another.
You know what they say? You can keep it in the house.
Just Excuse me? You want to repeat what you just said, Justus?
No, it's already on camera.
It's going to be the intro to this video. Yeah, keep it in the house. Welcome to CrossExAnime, where Justus will...
Oh, look, the show is perfectly fine.
What? After that comment?
The introduction with Isana.
I hope he doesn't get with his stepsister again. Isana's such a perfect pick.
Yeah, that's
She likes
basically
Lee,
like everyone's reaction. But he literally turned her down because
I still got someone in my heart.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you're an idiot. You're letting your dick do the talking.
Yeah, a little bit. But
Just take down
even it was kind of like interesting. I wasn't expecting a full kind of episode flashback of their kind of dating.
It was like the whole episode. It's like,
Yeah.
let's go through our day-to-day life. And listen, you could just say you dated. You could just tell the one dress story. You don't have to tell us every fucking thing that happened.
I thought it provided good context, especially to how things ended, where it wasn't even like after that blow up, like, you know, they did the whole promise stuff, which that shit happens in relationships. Promise me you won't leave me.
Shut up,
babe.
Shut up. You can't say
Bye.
that. That's such a dare. Fuck you.
And
You go fuck yourself.
like, you know, even with the show, it's like we're gonna do like Christmas or Valentine's Day. I can't wait for that character.
Why? Because it looks like Rui?
No, shut up. But
Wasn't that what they said? We're going to do Valentine's Day and Christmas, and then we never talk to each other. It's like,
yeah, and it's like
listen, man.
even in their case, it wasn't one of those like after the big fight, like they just.
Wait, is it Valentine's Day? Guys give girls the chocolates, and White Day is girls.
Yeah.
Isn't one the week after the other?
No, I think it's the other.
I think it's the other way, right? Because White Day, it's guy.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember.
Listen,
I
we've
know
been
that
hallmarked over
it's
here.
like 1 month later, girls.
Oh,
it's like the opposite.
Yeah, I think it's the girls get theirs first. No, the guys give theirs first, and I think White Day is when the girls give it to the guys.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
But
But
also, how did the parents not know that these two they said they were dating for a while, right?
I mean, overall, it was like 6 or 8 months.
So at one point, you're a middle schooler, right? Because this was middle school, or yeah. You would think after 6 or 7 months, what are you doing? Going on a date with blah blah blah. You would think there would be some sort of interaction on there. You know, I'm not assuming, but I feel like there would be an interaction of like, who are you going on a date with? It's like, I'm going on a date with like Eerie Dory or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
they're responsible parents. Just saying.
No, I kind of get it to a certain degree, especially if you have like pretty
big stretch,
busy kind of like parents. Sometimes it's
all the parents found enough time to be talking with. Also, I hate the whole trope of the anime. Like, oh yeah, we just got married, blah blah blah. It's like, how come I knew nothing about this? It's like, have you just been secretly dating for the last like 2 years and decided to get married, or is it like, you know, shotgun, let's get married type shit?
It's literally that. That is a normal thing in Japan.
That a shotgun wedding is a normal thing in Japan.
Yeah, basically like, you're lonely, I'm lonely, let's get married. Yeah, okay. And then they get married. That is legitimately a normal thing.
I feel like it's not. I feel there's more of a dating aspect to it. Or
I mean, a lot of times, yes, but especially for middle-aged or kind of older adults, that's like kind of normal. Because I was curious about it with the whole domestic girlfriend stuff, and it's like, yeah, it happens more than you think, especially when it comes to marriages and stuff like that. There's literally just a specific like marriage office that you just go down and fill out paperwork and you're married. Like, you don't have to do
this ain't no
weddings or anything like that.
This ain't no Tanagawa over the moon.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, this is just a vanilla domestic girlfriend, and we all know it.
No. Domestic Girlfriend was way more trashy.
Exhibit A.
No, I mean, they look similar, but the art style was pretty distinct. Also, I'm going to point out something very important. Something very, very important. We finally saw the dad. For a split second, the fucker standing in a hallway.
What, the dad of the show?
Yeah.
He was in like episode 1 and episode 2.
No.
Yeah.
We've only seen the mom.
No, when the dad comes home and she's like naked on the couch and walks, how are your kids doing on there? Because they just got back from their date. We've seen the dad in episode 1. We've seen that dad in episode 2.
I'm fairly certain we've only ever seen the mom, because we even like brought up where it's like, where the fuck is the dad? Because the mom kept running out of the room to him, but we never saw him.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it on there. But I'm pretty sure we've seen the dad multiple times on there.
I don't think so.
I mean, we also seen him in like still frames while they're eating food. God damn it, stop giving me ads. My anime list. So how long before do you think Mizuto goes after her stepmom?
You and stepmoms. You got a thing with stepmoms, man?
What? I mean, hey, it's all the rage on Pornhub.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's all the rage on your page too. Like,
also, did Isana not like snoop around too much? Oh no, wait, hang on. We got to point out something. So in the show, there's definitely a lot of manga in there, and I'm surprised how many like real titles are just straight up in the show. So I don't know if they just have the rights to it or what, but it's like watching it, it's like, huh, that looks like I want to eat your pancreas. Then they zoom in, it's like, I want to eat your pancreas. I'm like, okay, I guess it really is. Then you get to,
I mean, it just could be like a Katakawa thing.
Yeah.
There was also a
God,
Harley.
these guys make so many trashy shows.
Yeah.
This one right here is a trashy. This one's a kind of a trashy show. This one's kind of a skimpy show. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I remember this. This was the show we were like saying, like, why are there so many lollies from this studio on here? Also, this one's about a cross-dresser dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just trying to see, like, what the studio has done. Maybe they own the rights to it.
I've seen that 1 second from the right.
But at one point, they're like, hey, that's that old school. What'd she say? It's like that old manga that I've been wanting to read. I'm like, man, I remember when that shit came out and I bought it. I was like, she called me old. It was like volume 1 of Haruhi's Suzumiya. And like earlier in the show, they had pointed out, man, I don't want like summer to end or some shit. And then like someone posted on Reddit a picture of like Haruhi season 2 with the endless 8 episodes. And I was like, ooh, now they're showing like Haruhi Suzumiya. It's like, there's only 3 chapters in the manga, but like the show was like 8 episodes.
Yeah.
That's about all I got.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Hey, the queen's dead, by the way.
What the fuck?
What? It's important news.
At the end of an anime podcast?
Yeah, maybe the queen watched anime. Maybe the queen was watching Bleach. She's part of the Soul Society.
Yeah, now. It's fucked up. Thank you all for watching. Dislike this man.
Wow.
Hate this man. Hate him. And his non-sister fetish.